This is the easiest, tastiest way you're ever going to do a rack of lamb. Y'all follow along for this one. Starting with a French rack of lamb. Got this at Costco. Let me show you how I prep this thing. So some people will take a whole bunch of this fat off here. I leave it on. When we reverse sear this thing, that fat is freaking money. It's flavor. You're gonna love this. I'm gonna start with an AP rub. This is the Chicks That Smoke. Spicy AP. Good amount of salt, a little bit of heat. Then we're gonna use some Dano's Original. This stuff is super herby. You can go heavy with it because there's little to no salt in this stuff, and that's what we really want is a bunch of flavor without all the salt. Like I said, you can go real heavy with this stuff. Super simple. Same thing on the top. Then we'll just let this sweat for a little bit. This is gonna go on Oklahoma Joe. We got the Rider Deluxe going. It's gonna run around 225. We're just gonna smoke this thing till we get close. Then we're gonna crank that thing all the way up and sear it off. It's gonna be amazing. Stick tuned. All right, we've let this thing sweat out long enough. We're gonna put it on at about 225 and just let it go until it gets to about 120-ish, 125. And then we're gonna crank it up and sear it off. All this fat's gonna caramelize and be super freaking yummy. Let's go. All right, we're at about a 120 internal temperature. I'm gonna pull these off, let them rest for just a few minutes, get this thing cranked up about 500 degrees. Then we're gonna sear this thing, basically reverse sear method. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, Oklahoma Joe's up to temperature. These things have been resting for a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes out here. We're gonna throw them back on. I'm gonna go with the little fat cap down because I want these things to char. The char is the flavor, I'm telling you, it adds a whole new dimension to this thing. There we go. Give that just a few minutes. It's gonna blacken up, gonna be delicious. Running hot as hell. Definitely got a sear on there already. Only took a few minutes. That char is exactly what I'm talking about. This thing is going to be freaking phenomenal. I'm going to let this rest for just a minute. You don't have to let it rest very long because it rested before we seared it. But I'm going to let it rest long enough that it doesn't burn my mouth. And then we'll try it. Let's slice into this baby. She's juicy. That's about a perfect medium rare right there. This crust looks perfect. We've got our little tzatziki board sauce here. Oh my God. It's money.